The year was 1957. The small town of Hexham, England, was a place where life moved at a slower pace. Families enjoyed the simple pleasures of life. But on a spring day in May, tragedy struck the Pollock family. John and Florence Pollock lost their daughters, 6-year-old Joanna and 11-year-old Jacqueline, in a heartbreaking accident. The girls were walking to church with a friend when a car struck them. The accident left the community reeling, and the Pollocks were devastated. John and Florence struggled to cope with their grief. Their faith was tested. Their home felt empty. The Pollocks eventually moved away from Hexham, seeking a fresh start. Little did they know that destiny had a surprising plan in store for them. A year after the accident, Florence Pollock gave birth to identical twin girls. The arrival of new life brought a mix of emotions. The twins, named Gillian and Jennifer, were a reminder of both the joy and the pain that the Pollocks had experienced. Gillian, the elder by 10 minutes, bore an uncanny resemblance to Jacqueline. Jennifer, on the other hand, reminded everyone of Joanna. But it wasn't just their physical appearances that were striking. Gillian had a birthmark on her forehead similar to a scar Jacqueline had. Jennifer had a birthmark on her waist, mirroring one Joanna had. These birthmarks, while not conclusive evidence, were intriguing. The arrival of Gillian and Jennifer brought a renewed sense of purpose to the Pollocks' lives. They were determined to cherish these precious girls. But as the twins grew older, strange and unsettling events began to unfold. As toddlers, Gillian and Jennifer began to exhibit behaviors reminiscent of their deceased sisters. They would ask for toys that had belonged to Joanna and Jacqueline. They would talk about the accident, describing details they could not have known. One day, Gillian said, "This was Jacqueline's doll." Jennifer replied, "And this one was mine." On another occasion, John Pollock was driving the twins through Hexham. They pointed and exclaimed, "That's where the car hit us." John, shaken to his core, had never spoken to the girls about the accident. The Pollock sisters' case attracted Dr. Ian Stevenson, a prominent reincarnation researcher. He studied children who claimed to remember past lives, focusing on birthmarks matching injuries of deceased persons. Stevenson traveled to England to investigate the Pollock case. He documented the twins' detailed and consistent memories. Many claims were accurate and hard to explain away. Stevenson believed the Pollock case provided strong evidence for reincarnation. The Pollock case remains a compelling example of reincarnation. Section 5. Skepticism and Alternative Explanations. The Pollock sisters' case has drawn its fair share of criticism and skepticism. Critics argue that there are more plausible explanations for the twins' behavior than reincarnation. One common criticism is that the twins' memories were the result of parental suggestion. They argue that children are highly suggestible and can easily internalize the stories and emotions of their parents. Furthermore, skeptics point to the lack of concrete, verifiable evidence for reincarnation. They argue that while anecdotal accounts like the Pollock case can be intriguing, they do not meet the rigorous standards of scientific proof. Section 6. The Power of Belief. The Pollock sisters' story highlights the power of belief and its ability to shape our perceptions of the world. For those who believe in reincarnation, the case provides a comforting narrative of hope and continuity. It reinforces the idea that death is not the end, but rather a transition to another life. The belief in reincarnation offers a framework for understanding the cyclical nature of life and death. It suggests that our souls are on a journey of growth and evolution, learning lessons through multiple lifetimes. This belief provides a sense of purpose and meaning in the face of life's challenges. The Pollock case also illustrates the human need to find meaning in tragedy. The loss of a loved one can be an incredibly painful experience. The idea that our loved ones may live on in some form can provide solace and comfort during times of grief. The Pollock case serves as a powerful reminder of the enduring power of love. Section 7. The Limits of Science. The Pollock sisters' case highlights the limitations of science in explaining certain aspects of human experience. Science has made remarkable strides in understanding the physical world. However, there are certain phenomena, particularly those related to consciousness, that continue to elude scientific explanation. Reincarnation falls outside the realm of traditional scientific inquiry. It deals with the soul, a non-physical entity that cannot be measured using current scientific methods. This does not necessarily mean that reincarnation is not real, but rather that it may require a different framework for us to fully comprehend it. Some scientists argue that consciousness may be a fundamental property of the universe. They suggest that just as space and time exist independently of us, so too might consciousness. If this is true, then the idea of consciousness surviving physical death may not be as far-fetched as it seems. Section 8. Open Minds and Open Hearts. The Pollock sisters' story invites us to approach the mysteries of life and death with both open minds and open hearts. It encourages us to question our assumptions and consider possibilities that may lie outside our current understanding. It reminds us that the universe is vast and complex, and that there may be more to reality than meets the eye. Whether or not one believes in reincarnation, the Pollock case serves as a powerful reminder of the enduring power of love and the human spirit's capacity for resilience. It teaches us that even in the face of unimaginable loss, there is always hope. Ultimately, the question of whether the Pollock sisters were truly the reincarnated souls of their deceased siblings is one that each individual must answer for themselves. There is no right or wrong answer, only different interpretations of the evidence. What matters most is that we approach this and other such mysteries with curiosity, compassion, and a willingness to expand our understanding. Section 9. The Enduring Mystery. The Pollock sisters' story continues to fascinate and intrigue people around the world. It has been the subject of numerous books, documentaries, and articles, each offering a different perspective. Despite decades of scrutiny and debate, the case remains a mystery. Gillian and Jennifer Pollock, now adults, have lived relatively private lives. They have rarely spoken publicly about their childhood experiences. While they acknowledge that their early years were marked by unusual events, they have expressed a desire to move on from the past. The passage of time has done little to diminish the mystery surrounding their case. If anything, the lack of a definitive explanation has only served to fuel speculation. The Pollock sisters' story stands as a reminder that some questions may never have easy answers. It continues to challenge our beliefs and ignite our imaginations. Section 10. A Legacy of Wonder. The legacy of the Pollock sisters is not one of fear or skepticism, but of wonder and possibility. Their story encourages us to embrace the unknown and acknowledge that there may be more to reality than we currently understand. It serves as a powerful reminder that life is full of mysteries. The Pollock case has the potential to expand our understanding of consciousness and the nature of reality. It invites us to engage in a dialogue with the universe itself. It reminds us that the pursuit of knowledge is an ongoing journey. The Pollock sisters may never know for certain why they possessed such vivid memories of lives they had never lived. But their story continues to inspire us to look beyond the ordinary and embrace the possibility that the universe is far more mysterious and wondrous than we could ever imagine.